Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, and we have a hot day back east. Boston, 98. Top Cat is roasting. It's 98 at Logan Airport. And the governor of New York, being a global warming hoax person, says we have temperatures unseen in our lifetimes. Well, I hate to tell the governor of New York, who is a usual Democratic twit, that you've had 90-degree temperatures in Central Park. You've had 100-degree temperatures. There's one more day that we have summer. And they're having a heat wave. And the number one cause of heat is the sun. It has nothing to do with global warming. The sun warms the planet up. I've lived all over the country. Leonardtown, Maryland, Deal, Maryland, where a hurricane sank our house when I was 3. Washington, D.C., where we had air conditioning, but you still had to go out in the heat to go to school, to go to the store. And in the summertime, it's brutal there. One weathercaster said, what's the definition of punishment, of capital punishment? He said, living in Washington, D.C. in June, July without air conditioning. And he's right. They built the city on a swamp. Sacramento, where it got to 122, my Siamese cat Squirt Squirt used to meow at the thunder and the lightning that was going on at the same time. We got heat lightning. Los Angeles, Las Vegas, where it would get to 118, although Jacob's Life in Vegas says it never got to 122. I don't believe it. I walked back in 1968. Pittsburgh, where it got hot. I forgot. Port Credit, Canada, Ontario. Let's see, where else do I live? Las Vegas, Reno, Sacramento, Roseville, Concord, California, Martinez, where several years ago in February it got 110 here. And I want to tell you, it was not fun sleeping in this apartment. And yet the year before, on New Year's Eve, the poor male deer came down from the hills looking for food. It snowed on New Year's Eve here. Kathy and I saw it. We went to try to find, there were bales of hay blocking the end of the streets. We tried to pull some off for the deer, but it was too old and too dry. They were starving to death. Let's see, where else have I lived? Briefly, Conneaut Lake, New York, Germany. Pleasant Hill, California, Santa Rosa, California, where it gets very hot in the summer. And I think that's about it. I'd have to think for a while. But I've lived all over the country, and summertime it gets hot. It has nothing to do with global warming. It gets hot. Now it's 74 outside, it's 84 in here. And with all the fans, it's comfortable for the moment, but if I sat here for 2 hours with the fans off, I'd roast, and I don't have air conditioning. I have an air conditioner, but it blows the cold air up to the ceiling, and this room, because it's open, is too big for it. It doesn't work. All right, yesterday I got mail. Today is Juneteenth. I called Target. We have to call back tomorrow. It's a holiday. I said, what holiday? Juneteenth, the anniversary of Lincoln freeing the slaves. They come up with a holiday for everything now. It's a miracle that anybody works in America. All right, here's the mail, but first the channel numbers. 1,417,326, another milestone. 20,880 subscribers. Sorry I lost one. Hope you come back. And remember, you can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month, where you see content nowhere else. At midnight, I went to sleep. I woke up at 3 and I woke up at 6, and then I went back to sleep. And it's hot in here. I mean, it's always hot in here because my apartment faces the sun. Kathy got a knock on her door today. We're inspecting your apartment on Friday. She's cleaning. I tried to clean the refrigerator today. I'm running out of Lysol cleaning spray, and there's stuff caked onto the refrigerator. I got to scrape it off with a knife. So I got to wait to clean the kitchen. I'll sweep and mop it. I got to wait to clean the cabinets till next week till I get more cleaning supplies and SOS pads. All right, we have mail time. A little bit of mail came yesterday. That's just something I got to give to my mail to my doctor with a note for PG&E. We have Ginny's. First, we have Country Door. $258.01 with a $50 minimum payment, and they charge $5.35 interest. So they will get $55.35 next week. Ginny's $166.94. That's getting close to being paid off. I haven't bought anything from them lately, except for the bed frame that didn't work, and they charged me something. $3.51 interest, past due amount. I'm not sure what they. So I missed the payment because I was overdrawn at my credit union, and I already tell about it. So this is, they will get $46.94, which will bring that down to $126. And then Montgomery Wards, $536.02, minimum payment $30. The microwave cost me total $440.67. I gave them $30. They charged me $242. They want $30. They'll get $36.02, which will bring it to an even $500. Then we have Finger It. I think I owe them $180. Stoneberry, I owe them something. I don't know what yet. They didn't get payment either this month because I ran out of money. So there's my bills so far. Oh, Amazon, it's $98. They want $27. They're going to get $40. And Citibank will get money, and Capital One and Target. I tried to apply for a Target card again, and Kathy has to come over because they said we can't tell you have to have the primary card holder. Every time I apply for a Target card, even though I'm an authorized user and I've been paying the bills for the card for 6 years, I can't get a Target card. I can't get a debit card. That's very annoying. I don't get it. And yet I have catalog accounts where I can probably, on all those accounts except for Swiss Quality, their cheese made me sick. I will never buy food from them. Might buy popcorn, but they charge more than the store for cheese corn. I could probably charge $3,000 on these accounts. 400 with Finger Hut, 400, 500 with Montgomery Wards, probably another 4. I keep getting catalogs from Country Door, Ginny, Stoneberry, Finger Hut. Probably charge 2,500 or 100 or $3,000, but I don't want to do that until I pay everything off. The limit goes up to where I could buy an iPad or a 4K television, and they charge about double what you could go to the store and get the same TV. But I want a Sony, and I want one with multiple HDMI ports. And the guy did a video saying there's going to be a 32-inch Mac. They're getting rid of the HDMI port. I said, why? You can't connect that to a monitor? That's stupid. All right, so let's see if anybody's in the chat. My voice is a little dry. I apologize, and I'm still coughing up stuff. All right, and Joe Biden doesn't know where he is. He didn't know some secretary and a Secret Service man got robbed at gunpoint at the Joe Biden financial rally in Orange County. Amazing. Now they're robbing and they took his Secret Service security bag, which has all kinds of information on it. So now they're robbing the Secret Service. So, Ricky Mods, I love Ricky Mods. Yay! Retro Mac guy. Hello. Welcome. That's really the real guy. I got a much. Oh, I need you to. I need you to send me a address, because I found in my drawer when I was cleaning. I've been cleaning my apartment. I found an original Apple Mac System 7.5 CD install disc. So I want to send it to you because I think you're the guy. I'm not certain about this. I watch a lot of Retro Mac stuff. There's a guy who archives old Apple software and he transfers it to the internet so people can download it. So yeah, I don't remember if you're the guy or not, but I must watch about 10 guys all doing Retro Mac. You know, this Mac, it was made out of stone. It had a stone mouse, a stone screen. We're going to put an iPad in it. You know? So I go way back to the first Mac and homebrew with the Apple One. So I've been using Apple products for a long time. When I get rich and take over the world and overtake Elon Musk, the Apple colored rainbow symbol, not gay symbol, not pride symbol, will be back on the Mac, and it'll be lit up on every Mac. There'll be a little lights. You'll have that thing lit up on the back. And I'm debating. I would get a Kathy likes purple. I would get a purple 32-inch Mac for her, and a they don't have red, so pink. Of course, I would like to have a gold Mac. There is a company in Las Vegas that will take your MacBook Pro, your iPad, your iPhone, and they take it apart and then they dip it in solid gold, and you have a like 14 karat Mac, which would be cool. So Mac 84. Thank you. Thank you. I have trouble being old. I can't remember which Mac guy does what. And then I'm watching guys in England. I'm watching guys in America. I watch a guy. He's got his MacBook. He's got like 97 monitors. Here's the latest product. Great. And I can't use it. I still got a 2009 MacBook Pro that I forgot the password on. I can't seem to get into it. The English guy did the thing about the 32-inch. I'm giving away this Mac Pro version 3 with the third chip. You bought something new. I bought the stupid HomePod in yellow, and I can't get it to shut up. So I got to take it to the Apple store and say, will you please tell me how to work this thing? And it all does is flash at me, and that plays horrible rock music. I can listen to stupidity from the Amazon dot that gives me weather in Yugoslavia when I went Martinez. So, yeah, but I watch all your videos. I watch his videos. I would love to go when I pay my debt off next year, and Kathy has $3,300 saved up in another Prius, and we were walking the bus yesterday, and she said, or whatever it was, day before yesterday, what's that? And she saw this cable into a car. I said, that's a Tesla. And you plug in this thing on the side and you charge it at home. And you don't have to pay for gasoline. So, yeah, well, I watch a lot of stuff. But the one thing I hate is these guys are, Amazon products you need. And it's like chainsaws. And all kind of stuff. I'm not going to go out in the woods and cut wood. What, it's all kind of tractor things and weird stuff. It had nothing to do with living in an apartment. I'm going, why are you showing me those Amazon crap I'll never buy? So I don't watch PC stuff because my late friend Maroney, he got a brand new PC from Comp USA. They were still alive. He wanted to play Age of Empires something. They put System 10 on it. I can't play my games. So he took it back, paid $150. They wiped System 10, they put System 7 on. And I had a PC. It was the worst PC ever with, what the hell was that? Oh my God. It was a compact and it had Windows ME. That's what it was. The worst operating system ever on a PC. And it eventually died after 10 years. It wouldn't even boot up. And I constantly had crashes. I had the Compact came out, replaced the hard drive, the motherboard, the keyboard, everything. And it crashed 3 days later. And it took everything. It was cursed. I think it was on a loading dock somewhere. Got an EMP pulse or something. So, no, I'm not in Pittsburgh. I'm the guy from Pittsburgh because I was born and raised, not the whole time of my life, in Pittsburgh. And on my father's side, we can trace our lineage and the Senda family name has been in Pittsburgh since 1820. So I'm in Martinez, California. Kathy lives in Pittsburgh without an H, California, which has ties to historical ties to the steel industry, 15 miles from here. But my relatives all live in and around Pittsburgh, PA. So I intend to go back to see my sister, my nieces, and my nephew, and any other relatives I can find on the south side, and go to Primanti's and see a Pirates game, or a Steelers game, or a Pitt game. I went to Pitt for a year. So, and I've been looking on Pittsburgh. Oh, wait a minute. Here somewhere. I think it's in here. Somebody sent me one from the 1950s. I think it might be in here. Oh, I got the wrong box. Yeah, wrong box. This is envelopes and cards. No, it's not here. I gotta find it. Anyway, I found a Pittsburgh map. I'm looking at the map. There's all these little tiny towns all right around Pittsburgh. And Joe Montana comes from a town near Pittsburgh. So, and I went to the Pittsburgh Playhouse. I studied there in the young acting school, and Janet Leigh was on stage. I met her once when she was filming a movie called The Monk with George Maharis, and they were freezing at Fort Point. I went out with cans of Sterno and threw them in the trash can. And she loved me, and everybody was ice cold at 2 in the morning in the fog. So she was a very nice lady. I liked her. So yeah, I didn't have to go. So they pulled through, but I was fully intending to go. So, but that PC was sold to me by AT&T. They were doing a promotion, no, or they wound up giving it to me. Doing promotion, they give you a PC if you signed up for DSL, and Pacific Bell started DSL before they were AT&T, and the damn thing never worked. I raised so much hell about it. Yeah. Well, one of my nieces and I said, "How could you do this? You married somebody else. She dated the Pittsburgh Parrot." I said, "You could have Pirates tickets for life. You dated the mascot for the Pirates, my poor bucks." And in the drawer, my terrible towel, and I got my Pittsburgh Pirates hat, and I haven't even looked at the standings yet. But of course, growing up, I went to Forbes Field. I could walk across the bridge, except I have a pier of bridges and a pier of heights. It took me forever to walk across the Shenley Park Bridge to get the Arboretum and the Carnegie Library Museum with the giant T-Rex and other things in there. I go to Forbes Field. So I was actually at the 1960 Pirates hated Yankees game where Bill Mazeroski won. I was in the press box because I was 8 years old and the press took a liking to me. But there's about 1 million guys say they were there. There's always events where they say that more people that can possibly fit in the stadium. But I like Forbes Field. I become rich. I'll rebuild, tear down that law library. They have the home plate there and they have a section of the wall. Tear that down, put Forbes Field back. Build it larger. And also take off that stupid insurance name and put Heinz Field back on when I buy Heinz Kraft. Kick Kraft out. So, Tim Clancy, what did you miss? You saw the mail. I got mail here. I also like this. Let me get this one. I got my Nightmare for Christmas tree. That's the wrong thing. Where'd the mail go? What did I do with the mail? Earlier, I had all the fans on. My mail started blowing out the door. Okay, Country Door, 25801, $50. Ginny's, 166.94, $40, and Montgomery Ward somewhere in here. They got $30 this month. Could not pay my bills. I was $200 overdrawn. 536.02, and they will get more. So the microwave is the big charge on that, 440.67. So anyway, I got lots of relatives. I got relatives I never met. There's a whole bunch of Sendas, and there are other relatives. My mother, you know, I got a sister and other people. So, and also got relatives in Germany and North Carolina and British Columbia. And but the older relatives, my sisters. My mother's sisters and brothers are going. So, but I do have cousins in Germany. So, I would love to go to that Midwest convention where all the retro computers there. It would take me back to the days of the West Coast computer fairs, and there is one in Southern California, but we need one in Northern California. And I have to get a ride with someone because we don't have a car. And then every time I went with Kathy to drive, I told her the last Prius. I said, I hope you buy 7 Priuses. 2 got wrecked. 1 died. 1 you hit a truck with, and then the quarter panel popped and water got into it. And the guy at State Farm said, don't fix it. And I pounded it with my fist. So, no. Sendo's a Japanese name taken from the city of Sendai, which got inundated by the tsunami from the earthquake that also caused Fukushima to go kaboom. So, but my ancestor came from Sendai in 1820 and married an American. He was a butler. He married a maid. We're certain there's more Sendas came before him, but he was Senda, so there were other people in the family, but that's as far back as I know. So that's 200 years we've been in Pittsburgh. So, and I don't like my name. I've been teased with Return to Senda and George and Tony. So that's I like George. There's a reason I don't use my first name Anthony. And speaking of staff meetings, here is the number one cat, Mr. Fluffy Cat. Hello, Mr. Fluffy Cat. So yeah, VC, you get VCF, yeah. There is one in Southern California somewhere. We used to have a lot of before the pandemic. There were a lot of swap meets where guys would show up in Cupertino and all over. But you got to have a damn car. And yeah, that's another thing. Take over the world. I will bring back the streetcar because you could travel by streetcar from New York to Ohio all in time. And you know, always driving with car. You go 50 miles to go to an event. By the time you get there, you're exhausted. So maybe I could, you know, if I became rich like Elon Musk, build my own swap meet. You know, have a permanent computer swap meet. Every 3 months we have a new swap meet. And I, of course, want to go to Kansas Fest. Although I don't like, I don't know why they changed it to Kansas. It should be Apple Fest. And there's lots of retro stuff there and lots of free giveaways. And I got a Mr. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Hurricane. I need somebody to fix my 3.5-inch floppy for my Apple II GS. It doesn't work. I can only play one game. These things come down and you shoot up the ship, and I can't remember the name of it, but I can't get the damn. And there was a way you would load up the GS, and this menu would appear, and because the drive doesn't work, that doesn't appear anymore. So that's another thing I have to buy. I'd have to buy another GS to get one to work, but it's hard to get those drives are about $200 now. And the other thing I want next year, but they're so expensive now, just so I can have one, and then finally take my aquarium. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to see if I can get to it if it got buried by something. And I put another notch in my belt. Hello, Fluffy. Hello, Mouth. Hello, Mouth. Not yet. After I do this, I'm going to feed the cat. Here is Fluffy. Fluffy the cat. Okay, baby boy. In October 31st, Mr. Fluff and little girl will be 25 years old. I will be back. What I want is a pair of hardened carbon speakers. The ball ones, I have a pair of those. They'll work with the G4. What I want is the candlestick speakers. Work with a modern Mac. This is my very dusty. Someone did this. Got this for 15 bucks on eBay. It's been cleaned up and it's been sitting there getting dusty. And they did some horrible thing to the inside with some kind of goop. And this thing is covered in dust. I have to clean it again. But what I'd like, and they put a hose in there. This is a case for a Mac Cube. And I want to make an aquarium with it, get the Mac Cube to go next to it. And then this is my, I can get another one on eBay. This finally died. My poor Apple clock. Oh, and you know the bullet train will be not bullet train, but the train will be going from Las Vegas to Rancho Cucamonga in 2028. So you can go to Las Vegas to the middle of nowhere, and then take a train, take a light rail down to Union Station, and go see the hated Dodgers. So, but I'd like to have some neon tetras in here. And one thing I would do is get somebody to mod this, cut that out, put the Apple colored logo in there maybe, and have it lit up. But I would love to have this. We're actually working as an aquarium one day. Been sitting in my bedroom for years. And I can get another one of these. The only personal computer. It's the first thing you should know about personal computers. So, anyway, of course, I have my 2006 Mac Mini there, the M1 Mac Mini there, and in the bedroom there's 4 Macs and a Thunderbolt display with a shattered screen, and a 2005 Mac Mini, which I can only play music on. Everything I've tried won't work, and I have a Civilization Complete, 3 Complete, that a guy sold me on eBay. It won't work on that. I haven't tried on this. I got to dig it up, and I need to clean the bedroom. And across me are a bunch of, in 2 different boxes, are a bunch of 5 1/4 inch floppies for my Apple IIe, my Apple IIgs, my Apple II Plus, my Apple II Minus, my Apple IIc. I have monitors in the closet. And my dream one day is to have a giant computer room. And I know what I'm going to put on the doorway. With appropriate sound effects when you open the door. And a special door. Not one that opens like this, but one that... So... no, because the problem with the bag bedroom, in the summertime, it's roasting in there, and there's no air. I have a portable air conditioner that works, but the tube for it to drain the water is too short, and I'd have to figure out the diameter of the tube and then stick it out the window, or put it in the bucket. And when it gets over 80, it won't work. So I paid $400 for the thing. Anything under 80, it's comfortable. But the other problem is when I run the damn thing, my electric bill goes through the roof. And I don't know what I want is a house with air conditioning, or an apartment with air conditioning, like a 2-bedroom apartment with pool. And then tell Tim Cook I need an underwater Apple so I can put on scuba gear. I learned how to use scuba gear when I was 13. Used to take the scuba gear, turn the air off, put extra weights, and I'd put extra weights on me and pretend I was dead at the bottom of the pool. I'd be freaking out. I'd go wave and piss everybody off. Ah! You're alive! I'd come floating out my mask and fins, and they would make them mad, but I would be laughing my ass off. I didn't pull pranks very often in my life, but I don't know why that always broke me up. Also tried to make out underwater in the 6 feet. It's hard to kiss a girl when you're trying to keep them drinking chlorine water. So I was early with girls in the 4th grade. So, well, it's 7 o'clock. I got to get going soon and feed the rampaging animals. Fluffy just went out the door. And so after the first and after the cleaning, I'll take this thing to it's over there, to the Apple store. Please tell me how to get this to work, or I'll call the Apple call Apple Care. And somewhere in here, I put it in there, I know where it is now. Found a little tiny phone case. Oh, here it is. It's one of 2 phones. I have one with Macworld on it. This is what phone cases used to look in the ancient days. It's sitting on top of a table. All I have to do is plug it in. But it's a plastic tube that runs out of the back of it, and it's not long enough to go out the window, so it will drain, and the water won't go up. You have to put a bucket underneath. This is what phones used to look like. The iPhone 4S. tiny, tiny phones compared to the. Here's my bright light alert. So slowly going through things. So. Now, what I'd really like to do, my dream, I found a house, multiple bedroom house, turn 2 rooms into a catio for the cats, have 1 giant room or 2 rooms, tear the wall out, video room, computer room, bedroom, pool, hot tub, greenhouse, 2 storage containers with air conditioning and shelving and windows, and an RV. And I'll win the lotto or become rich somehow. Or ever meet Trump and ask, can I get a loan so I can buy a couple apartment buildings and a house? So Kathy and I can be comfortable. We've been together for 47 years. And this Halloween, Kathy and I are celebrating our anniversary, 47 years together. God help me no! So, yeah, there's the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8, and they're 3 times bigger than that little. I used to carry my phone on my backpack. How tiny they were. The apartment building's not coming along at all because of the money, of course, I expected to get. Now, I thought I would get more from Bank of America, and the paperwork is sitting over there somewhere, and I've got to. They didn't give me all the statements at the Concord Bank of America. I have to go back. You're supposed to give me 2018 to 2022. You didn't give me 2018, 2019. You give me 2020, 2021, and 2022. I need 2 more years. They may owe me $1,000. If they give me $1,000, I'll pay off debt. I'll pay off 2 credit cards, and then if I have no debt, I'll go to Las Vegas. And if I can't meet with that agent, there's a second agent with their company who wants to work with me. Nevada will give you a loan and a grant to buy an apartment building if you're a first-time apartment owner. Buy a 4-plex. HUD rules now you can buy a 6-plex. So I move into one, buy the building, be about $550,000, and then need a 2-bedroom apartment minimum, and refinance in here, buy a second one. I just wish I had thought of this when I was 25 and not 72. I may not move to Vegas for one reason. We were out in Pleasant Hill, and because of the smoke in the air, and I've not been out today at all, there's 3 wildfires in the state. Mr. Fluff. Mr. Mound. Yes, number 1 mound. Number 1 mound in the world, baby boy. Yes, Mr. Boy. I started gasping for air, and that was at 84 degrees. Computer, weather for Las Vegas now.
Right now in Las Vegas,
I was
Nevada,
close. I guess
it's 97
98.
degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Tonight's forecast has clear skies, with a low of 75 degrees.
Now, if you got air conditioning in Las Vegas, you're fine. But the minute you go out, it's 110, you're going, give me water. Throw a fire hose on me before I melt. You know. And I know that Jacob had a video recently. It did not reach 120 or 130, but I know when I lived there, when I was 16, it would get to 110, 115. I think he's got the wrong weather information. Computer, what is the highest temperature hold on. Computer, what is the highest temperature ever in Las Vegas, Nevada?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the hottest temperature ever recorded in Las Vegas is 117 degrees, which occurred on both July 19, 2005 and July 24, 1942.
2005, they're saying 117. Well, all I know is it felt like 120. But we lived in an apartment off of South Charleston, south of Maryland Parkway, and my mother would have thick drapes in all the windows. And in the morning, she would open the windows, air out the apartment an hour, close the window. That kept it cool. And at night, it was 84. I would open the window and read my Moonlight. It was comfortable enough to sleep. You didn't have to run the air conditioning. And then if it got too hot, you got in the car and you went to the casino. Back then, you didn't have to pay for parking. You didn't have resort fees. The mob didn't. The mob wanted your money. They didn't want to gouge it out. They held a gun to your head. Oh, and you didn't have tips required. 18%, 25%, and or extra charges on your meal. All that stuff should be abolished. So, I am going to get the shots after the first when I have money. Kathy will pay for one shot, and I'll pay her back, and then we can only do it on a Thursday, and she's going to have to get over here ungodly early, or I'll just do it myself and have her give me the cash. Fluffy and little girl go in, and then the following month I will take in Mama Cat and Kitten. That way, the evil apartment manager, they're not authorized. And what you doesn't realize, none of these people know the law. I know state law. Under California law, once you start feeding a cat on a regular basis, it is no longer a feral cat. She said, you can't have stray cats here. They're not stray. They live here. They've been here for 13 years. They're no longer strays once you start feeding them. Woman downstairs is leaving water and food for them. Other people have given them food. They're not stray. They're kind of like, everybody likes them. But the only person that doesn't like these apartment managers that hate cats. Either they hate cats or they hate me or both. And my dream to win the lotto is so I can go to the county and talk to them and buy this building and then kick the woman out. Get the hell off my property. And you ever darken my door again, I'll charge you with trespassing, harassment, invasion of privacy under state law. You have the right to privacy. Animal cruelty and whatever else I can think of, and I'll sue you for $50 million, maybe $100 million, maybe $1 billion. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll sue her for $5 billion, and that way I'd give the rest to Alex Jones and Rudy Giuliani, who that horrible fake case in Arizona where they're charging them for interfering in an election when they just said, hey, Trump won. But all these leftist DAs and attorney generals and secretaries of state, if you dare to question the election results, just like if you dare to question the Pfizer vaccine and the Fauci Mr. Science, I'm surprised they didn't charge people for refusing to take the vaccine. They didn't arrest them. So, the problem is these people claim they follow HUD rules. They're selective about it. They follow one rule, they don't follow another one. We have people, you cannot block the hallways and public access areas with stuff. All along the balcony here, and now the one that lives on the end is extending the plants. It's like something of a plant nightmare movie from the 50s. She's got two see-through chairs with succulents on them. There are about 65 plants going over the elevator. I got to move a refrigerator around here one day. You can't get to the elevator with it because they got it blocked by tables. That's against HUD rules, but the manager ignores it. There are people with couches on the balcony. You're not allowed to have couches. They got folding chairs. They got recliners. But if I put a kitty dog house for Mama Cat and Kitten and a kitty bed with some blankets and towels there, oh, we can't have this in front of you. That's the only thing out of my plant that's in front of my door, except the little white table, which I use to prop open the screen door. So I don't have to get up every 5 seconds to open the door for Fluffy and little girl and Mama Cat who comes in here looking for food. My toilet works, but the problem is the stupid toilet. They brought this weird toilet in. It's really small, and when you use it for either way, it won't flush. I got to pour 5 gallons of water down it. And it's in one of these stupid gallon-and-a-half toilets, and Trump passed rules to supersede this law with the gallon-and-a-half toilet, and then Biden came in, and anything Trump did, anything you did, I'm going to remove it. Anything you did was terrible, I say. And you rely. Everything you say is a lie. Trump should say one day during the debate, Mr. Biden, I'm lying. But everything you say is a lie. If you say you're lying, that means you're telling the truth. How can you be telling the truth when you lie? You're the evil orange man. And Biden couldn't remember what cabinet secretary. I don't think he remembers what a cabinet is. Standard 20? Trendy? No. Welcome, Super Trendy. I'm not sure what Super Trendy is, but we had 1.4% inflation under Trump. Biden thinks we had 9%. And Trump says the actual inflation is maybe 20 to 40% if you add in mortgage payments, credit card payments. What he says is the ability to get a loan, they're 12 and 13% right now to buy a house. Cars are outrageous. I'm seeing a lot of brand new Escalades and tons of Teslas. A few years ago, it was all Priuses. But who can afford 50 or a Cadillac Escalade? When I lived in Oakland in the 80s, was 30,000. Then it went to 60,000. The last I knew was 90,000. And yet there's car dealerships, they can't get rid of trucks because no one can afford to buy them. So, yeah, red letter, super trendy. Interesting name. But, you know, if I ever win the lotto, I'd go down and get Patty. Since Kathy didn't have her license, she didn't pass the vision test, and I don't have mine for reasons I'm not going to go into yet. I have to find an attorney to go after the DMV to get my license back. I did nothing wrong, but they decided hearsay that I had a heart attack or a stroke, and I didn't have a stroke. And my doctors certified I didn't have a stroke. They still won't unsuspend my license because once they get their claws in, they won't let go. And if we had a Republican governor like Pete Wilson, I would go to the governor's office and say, will you please get this removed so I can drive again before I die? And there are other things I would do as well. So, I'm sure tired of taking the bus. So when it gets to $4,000, I'll start looking for Priuses. All right, I must be going. It's too hot in the city with the fans off. And I'm going to post a video when I get back of this cute cat I saw for the channel members. Remember, you can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month where you see content not on the regular channel. There's not a lot of it right now because I'm broke. You will see a video from Kathy and me. We go to Pier 39 on Friday. And we go to Sam Woe's. We have not been to Sam Woe's in years. They moved the original Sam Woe's. They closed it down. Portsmouth Square in Chinatown. And we're going to take the Chinatown subway at one point. And then both of us probably have to take Uber or Lyft home. Because another thing I hate about the bus. You got to run home here and be on the bus by 9:15. Her buses run to 11:30. Mine stop at 9:15. And if I don't get that bus, I don't get home unless I take the 20 and get off at the Safeway, then walk all the way to Martinez. That's a 5-hour walk, and I'm going like, ugh. Done that twice, so now what she has to do is pay $100. I said, when you get your damn glasses? She went to the eye doctor. I pushed her to the eye doctor. It's $198. She has reading glasses, but she has to have driving glasses. To pass the driving test, she has to have 2 sets of glasses. One to read the eye test and one to drive. And she was feeling, oh, I got my glasses. At first it was, oh, I lose all my teeth. So, get the damn glasses. You got a credit card with $2,800 credit on it. Buy the damn glasses. Get your license back. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. I have to get this place clean by the 7th of July, and I'm out of cleaning supplies, except for paper towels. But I tried scrubbing the refrigerator with a brush, and the kitchen cabinet, somebody painted over the paint and painted over the dirt. and you can see the grease coming out under the paint, so I can never get them quite clean. I got to clean the floor and the stove. So, well, she made a new appointment because she, she was sick, so they're going to get back to her. But she's going to be in agony because they're pulling a minimum, I think, of 6 teeth, and then she'll have no more teeth. I said, well, I gave you a blender. Take this steak and put it in the blender, grind it up. Eat a lot of oatmeal, And then she's going to have dentures, and she's freaking out about that. I said, get your Medi-Cal card and go to UCSF dentistry school. They'll fit you with dentures. I understand you can't taste food, you have dentures. Well, would you rather starve? She is not being logical. When I say she's not being logical, you're not Spock. Well, I knew Leonard Nimoy briefly. But you've got to think about, do you eat or not eat? And if you don't eat, then you die. Unless you drink a complete liquid diet, and then it makes you go to the bathroom. And my voice is going. I have to go in for an MRI or a CAT scan of my larynx. My larynx is scarred because I think there's something wrong with his throat. Robin Hood and the Seven Hoods, 1964, I believe. So my favorite movie, great one. No. I went through hell last time I had UCSF dentistry, and I had to go back to my dentist. Right here, this keeps getting infected and inflamed, and I need my dentist to open that up and clean it out. She said there's a dry socket. My mouth feels like a moose crawled in it and died, and it tastes horrible. So she has to clean this. It's all raised, and my gums start hurting, and I get abscesses, and I need to have her clean my mouth out, drain that, and that will hurt. So I don't want to go. I'm probably going to have to go with Kathy for her dentures, but I'll go by myself. But I like if I go there to go down to the garage and take the streetcar down the street, go to the comic book store and have a pastry or something, and then wait for the streetcar and go home. If I get over there early enough, I have time to screw around. But the problem is my chest hurts. I'm coughing up so much stuff. The problem is I got to get back here. It's a 2-hour trip to go to Bart to take the bus, or Bart to take the bus to get home. And then I'm sitting there, well, it's 9 o'clock at night. I haven't fed the cats yet. And it's hot or whatever. So I don't want to make a double outing. I'm going to have to go with her because she won't know how to get there. I couldn't find it. I had to go to my dentist. I couldn't find it. Where were you? I was at the St. Francis Hotel. You're a block away. How the hell can you not find it? You had the address. So they tear my hair out if I had hair. Hair's ripped out. All right, I got to go, people. That's what I've been doing since May. Have a great evening. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Stay dry. Don't get too dry. And stay out of the heat. And watch the temperature gauge. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. I will see you later. Must go feed the kitties and turn the fans back on because it's hot in here. Let's see, it's 82 now. Went up 2 degrees with no fans. So, and the Box Fan Video Network is off the air. I will see you next time. Thanks for coming in. Rat K Mods, I will watch your channel and I will get hold of Mac84 to ask for his address. He never answers me when I comment, so you need to talk to him. Say, answer George Sender, the guy from Pittsburgh. He loves retro Mac stuff. All right, I love retro computers. If I had a big computer, I'd get a ColecoVision, Atari Vision, and television, all the stuff we loved to play back in the 70s, with about a 110-inch screen. Or the Raceway I saw that had 64 screens. You pressed the button, it was on one giant screen. That thing was bigger than a drive-in theater. Have that as my backyard screen. I can't sleep. That giant television's on all the time, playing Pong. See you later. Bye-bye.